So now I get the question of like, oh, well, why did you decide to grow your business? Why did you bring on a partner? And obviously I've answered that. I don't share any specific goals yet, just because, I don't want to talk, over myself and try to call myself a big shot without actually doing anything yet. So I'll wait for a few months until I tell you guys what's going on, because then I'm just kind of talking without, backing it up. But aside from that, like, I was just really tired. Like, I don't know why the detailing industry is so kind of, I don't know what's the word to say, but why do we feel so privileged to where, like, we feel like we don't have to grow? Like, just look at the carpet cleaning, the HVAC, the plumbing, pool installation, pool maintenance. Like, all those, they don't, it's way more common to see those industries grow to 6 figures, 7 figures. Not even that, maybe just 3-4 employees. But you go to the detailing industry, man, it's like, no, I want to do this all by myself because, this is, no one can do it like me. And I'm so passionate and I don't want anyone else to do it. And it's like, dude, you're going to be out there for the next 15 years. You're still polishing paint. You're still cleaning leather. You're still, scrubbing tires. Not that that's wrong, but like, I was just tired of, you really didn't see any of that. I didn't see any of that, like, on the YouTubes for like so many years. So now, I was like, what, I'm kind of tired of this. Like, I want to grow something bigger than myself. I want to, and hopefully what I'm doing it through YouTube is like, hopefully someone sees this and they're like, man, you know what? Maybe I can hire someone else. Maybe if I work a little bit different, I could bring someone else so I could like expand, or I can make more money, or I could hire someone, whatever the case may be. But anyways, today we have a correction and coating on a what, Lex? Mustang GT350. It is gonna be we're gonna put a 6-year. I think we're putting a 6-year coating on 6-year coating. Yeah, 6-year coating. We're charging 600. The coating. Yeah, 600 for the coating, and 600 for the correction. I think, I'm not sure. I don't know. Let's take a look at it. What am I talking about? And real quick, forgot to mention this in the video, but my online course, SEO for Detailers, is currently open. It closes on Tuesday the 24th. The program teaches you how to rank your website on the first page of Google to generate consistent leads and sales in your detailing business. So check the description box down below for those links. You'll see the course, the guides, and whatever products I use. I'll link it down below because I suck at remembering the names of the tools and products. But check it out. If you're starting a business, if you want to grow your business, you have to focus on the marketing. This course specifically focuses on how to market your business via search engine optimization to rank your website on the first page of Google to generate leads and sales. Let's get back to the video. You're not gonna see any of the car prep because Lex already did that. He arrived at 9 a.m. I got here at 10:45. I woke up super late because I had a long night last night, too many drinks. And I'm just kidding. No, so I was doing like some behind the scenes, computer work. So he arrived here at 9 a.m. Got everything prepped. We just gotta, he already washed the wheels, tires, fender wells, washed the vehicle, decontaminated the paint, both chemically and mechanically. Now we gotta prep the paint and then get to polishing and then applying the ceramic. It sounds pretty straightforward, but it's gonna take, I don't know, a few hours or so. So it's pretty straightforward after this point. Now we're just gonna sit here. We have the canopy set up. We have the walls. I don't know what you'd call it, but we have the walls to block off the sides just in case there's too much wind going and we don't want any dirt picking up. That's the best you're gonna do. Like in a mobile situation, you're not in a clean room like you are at a shop. So you have to make do with what you have. Like this, there's a lot of open area. There's a lot of like dirt and debris, like areas with dirt. So not ideal, but that's just what we have to work with.
So we've done almost the hood, doing this fender. We're going nice and slow, but it's coming out pretty nice. About 89% of all defects are being removed.
How's the paint? Soft, hard, medium?
It's in the medium. It's not too hard, not too soft. So just right.
That's what she said. As you said, overall it's coming out pretty well. We have more lights with us right now. We're gonna order some more specific paint correction type lights. But we're using these Astro whatever. Oh, I didn't blind y'all. So they're magnetic, so we just kind of hook them to right here, and then they're good to go. We can kind of adjust them however need be to get the proper lighting. Is this the best lighting? No, but we made sure that when we did half the hood, we were in direct sunlight, and we saw what passes and how long and all that it took for us to get the desired result. So assuming everything else is equal, we'll follow that same system that we did on the first part of the hood, and we'll replicate that across the entire paint. And we're not gonna pull it out right now because the sun, we just want to keep on working. So we'll inspect it, maybe midway we'll kind of pull it out and see how the paint's doing. But other than that, we just replicate that system across the whole vehicle and just work. And again, we're mobile, so there's a lot of limitations. If you look around us, it's a nice area, there's space, but then there's a lot of clutter around these sides, so we kind of have to teeter-totter around some things. Initially, the customer reached out to us to clean their Lexus, whatever that is. It was an interior cleaning and a wash and wax. The interior was $260, the wash and wax was $200. And then so that was the first time they reached out to us for that vehicle. And then once we were done with that one and they were happy with it, they reached out to us again to book in this vehicle. So that one was basically $500, and then this one is $1,100. So off this one customer that found us through Google, through search engine optimization, we got one customer with two vehicles equaling around $1,600. So is SEO the best? No. Is Facebook ads the best? No. Is Instagram ads the best? No. Is whatever the best? No. But if you work it and you really get the most results out of it, it'll help you grow your business. So basically what I'm saying is focus on whatever you want to focus on, and that will grow your business. But don't be jumping around left and right to different tactics and strategies and this and this and this and that. Stick to one thing and do the best that you can. So to give you a bit of context of how we got to this vehicle is that first we were called out to do a full interior cleaning and a wash and wax on their compact SUV on their Lexus, and that was $460. It was $260 for the inside and $200 for the outside. Then once we were done, before we left, they had us inspect their other vehicle, which is this GT350, and we quoted the correction and the coating at $1,100. So from this one customer has brought two vehicles around in total $1,600. Now I didn't run any Facebook ads, no Google ads. This was on social media. This was specifically search engine optimization. And you're watching this video and you're like, wow, I hope one day I'm able to charge $1,100. No, you're good. Yeah, nah. We're working here, so it's been a little nosy. So we're blowing out the pad right now. So generally speaking, after every after every section that we work on, we come out and blow out the pad and then go back to it. That way we always have a clean pad. So you might be wondering one day I hope to charge $1,100 or whatever the case may be, right? And realistically speaking, it's there's absolutely, to the most furthest extent, there is nothing special that we're doing other than running a professional business. Like, that's it. Like, there's no like, oh, I wonder what's his secret. There's no secret. I've literally told you what I do, how I do it, because there's nothing to it. The biggest part is like you're watching this video, you're listening to it, and you're like, wow, yeah, that's really cool, and do nothing about it, right? If you actually take action on the smallest advice that I give you, that's the difference between like it working and it not working. Like, if we hop on a call, right, and you pay me $1,000 for that one call, and I say, hey, look, do XYZ, you'll go do it. But because this is a free video, you're on your couch or you're on your desk trying to work, but you're actually watching this video, and I say this exact same information, you're not gonna do anything about it, because it's like you're not taking it as serious, because it's a free video. So you think like, oh, that's just regular advice. No, again, like if you want to get to the point where you're charging $1,100 for this, or $260 for an interior, or basically $500 for a inside and outside services, it comes down to your marketing. It's it. I say this over and over again. Search engine optimization, that's what I've done over the last 5 years. There's Facebook ads, Google ads, there's Instagram, like just basic social media. Like, you have to choose one and go all into it, right? Like, another big part of it is like, again, like we didn't sell this service. Like, we weren't salespeople talking to the customer, pitching them and trying to sell them on this service. It was absolutely nothing like that. Our website, our reviews already did the upfront work of like, okay, these people know what they're doing. Once we actually got here, we weren't like, offering anything special or anything new. Once we got here, they already knew the level of work and customer service and experience that we were going to provide. So coming here, all we have to do is fulfill what we've been promising on the website and what they've seen on the reviews. So now when we were done with that first vehicle, in their mind, they're clearly like, oh, okay, this person, these people clearly know what they're doing. They clearly back up everything that the reviews and the website was saying. Let me go ahead and ask them about this, and that's it. Like, there's no like, okay, well, so when you talk to the customer exactly at this time, you should say these words, and 30 minutes after that, you should go. It's nothing like that. It's absolutely nothing like that. It is so straightforward and basic, but the biggest problem is that no one does the work. No one takes action. No one actually says, you know what, I am gonna work at this singular thing for the next 4 months to get the results that I'm looking for. No, you do a little Instagram here, you're on the Nextdoor app there, you spend $20 on Facebook ads, you spend $50 on Google ads, and you're like, oh, none of this is working. Well, yeah, none of it is working because you're jumping all over the place. Stick to one thing, do that very well, and then you'll see results. Now, to be honest, we're taking too long on this vehicle. I should say it's like an 800. It should be about an 8-hour job. But again, like, I've been saying this in my recent videos, if you've been watching them, is that we're going through phases, right? The first phase of us was getting the interior cleaning process down to a science, right? To make sure we are not wasting we don't have any wasted movement in that process. And we're about like 85% there with our interior. We're like, everything is just maxed out in terms of like, not just the tools and equipment that we're using, but how we go about the process and what steps we take. And I do this and you do this, and we do, we've maxed that. We're getting close to maxing it out in terms of like how efficient we want to be. Then we focus on the exterior with a wash and wax. So I'm saying like we're not where we want to be in terms of efficiency of getting the time down. Not as far as the results, not as far as like the steps that we're doing, but in terms of making sure everything that we're doing on this service is working together to make sure that there's no redundancy, there's no like added steps, there's no like, there's no wasted time that we're adding because we didn't think something through, or we don't have the appropriate tool or product. So although yes, like it's still a great day, it's a great payday, right? Like as far as like the vehicle that we're doing, but in terms of like where we are efficiency wise and how long it's taking us to complete it, we're nowhere near where I'd like it to be. So right now, again, like that's what I keep on saying, like everything is a progress. Am I worried? Am I freaking out that we're taking a little bit too long on this? No, not at all. Like next vehicle, we're gonna trim down 10 minutes. Next vehicle, we'll trim down 20 minutes. Next vehicle, so it's always like a progressive thing that we're going with all our services. So take that as you will. I gotta get back to work because I'm sure Lex is mad at me right now. Now we actually didn't finish the job right there. We'll have to go back to on Monday, which is tomorrow, depending on when I upload this video, to finish the job just for the application of the coating. That's literally it. At the time that we were at, it was already nighttime. It was late. The coat, like it was not in our, it wasn't in our favor to apply the coating right then and there. So we opted to, we wrapped it up, we finished all the polishing, and we told the customer, hey, we'll be back Monday to complete the coating. When do we get paid? We get paid when the job is done. Now, what about payment? Since we didn't finish it that day, the customer wasn't there. So how do we go about that? So initially, like if we had finished everything that day, we were gonna just send an online invoice to the customer. Were we worried that we're not gonna get paid? Is it like because the customer wasn't there, are they gonna flake on us? No, we don't have that thought process. We're just gonna send the invoice. They're gonna pay. They're respectable people. They already paid once with the Lexus for basically $500. So there's no worries on us to think that they're not gonna pay us or that they're just gonna stiff arm us on this. Like that doesn't go through our head. We're gonna finish. We're gonna do the job. We're gonna finish it, and we're gonna get paid after. If you want to get paid before, that's fine. If you want to get paid during, that's fine. If you want 50% up front, then 50% at the end of the detail, that's fine. For us, we had the customer pay a deposit of $150, and then that secured the spot, and then we go and do the work, and then the end, we'll just subtract $150 from the total amount. So whatever that comes out to be, $950. So that's it. Like we're not like, oh my god, like what is this, what is that? Like no, the customer doesn't have to be there. They don't have to pay cash. They don't have to pay whatever. Like we're just gonna send them the link. They'll pay, and then we'll go on about our way. We don't overthink that process because we know the type of customers that we have. Now, sorry for the lack of content in terms of the before and afters or catching like the actual after, just because like, again, we are working and there's so much going on. It's like to grab the camera, wear that tight spade. It's like, oh, like I gotta make sure like I don't trip over that thing or this or that cable. And it's real cumbersome to try to record and get every before and after, and like we're doing a lot of things. So like I try to get what I could, and even then like I had to manually adjust the lens to focus on the lighting, and some of them were off. So it's not the best before and afters. The lighting was terrible there, so please excuse that. But I did try to get something so you guys could see. But the paint did come out crisp. I mean, we did we passed, I forget the name of everything, but it was basically a two-step. It was just, the first phase was obviously to take out most of the swords and scratches, and then we came back with it with a M205 on a Rupes polishing pad, a yellow one, and just a quick pass around the paint, and it made it come out crisp. Hopefully, I didn't even review the footage. I would just like try to record, focus it in on the lens, and I just put it back down. I got right back to work. So hopefully it came out good. I actually don't know, so I haven't even looked at it yet. So hopefully it's good. But in person, the paint looked crisp. It looked amazing. I'm sure that once the customer gets back and actually sees it, he'll actually love the results as well. We just got to go back and apply the coating. But I'll end the video right here. It was kind of all over the place, so sorry for it going in different whatever. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, just leave them down below. You can check the description box for all the links. My online course, SEO for Detailers, is currently open. It closes this Tuesday, the 24th. You can look at the free guides, the tools and products that I use down below. Whatever you need, you'll find it in the description box. Other than that, I'll talk to you on the next one.